I got a news article to share. Kyle, have you ever heard of honeypack? Do you know what a honeypack is?
Yeah, isn't it? So my understanding is this is like a that makes people horny, no?
I don't know if it was the right thing to call it.
For making
It is
people horny.
a consumable product. My understanding is it's literally a packet that it's almost like, imagine if you suck down a ketchup packet.
Like the tubes that I gave your cats for treats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's literally a packet of fluid that you consume that's supposed to just give you crazy sexual energy. All right? And most of you guys watching this have probably heard of honey packs, whether you've tried one or whether you've seen a meme about it. Honey packs are very culturally popular. Well, very recently, the FDA did a major crackdown on these honey pack brands, right? And the FDA, when they do crackdowns on these kind of industries, they look into the products they're selling and determine whether or not they're as advertised. And it turns out a lot of these honey pack products are not really as advertised. You see, when you go to the gas station, which is typically where they're sold, and you buy a honey pack that advertises it'll make you more horny and make you,
they sell these at gas stations?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Where else do you think they sell them? It's primarily a gas station.
I don't know.
So this is just a press release about one specific brand, but I want to highlight and really stress here that this was a release that was given for numerous brands. It's not just this brand, but the Food and Drug Administration is advising consumers not to purchase or use a product called black tie honey, which is a product promoted and sold for male sexual enhancement on various websites, including their own website and possibly in some retail stores. FDA laboratory analysis confirmed that black tie honey contains sildenafil, taldefil, and diclofenac.
What now?
Not listed on the product label. Not one of those three ingredients is listed on the label as an ingredient, right? Now, Kyle, you're probably wondering, what are those ingredients? Correct?
Yeah, what's diclofenac?
Sildenafil and tadalafil, or tadalafil, however you say it, are the active ingredients in the FDA-approved prescription drug Viagra and Cialis, used to treat erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
FDA approval of Viagra and Cialis is restricted to use under the supervision of a licensed healthcare professional. So as you've seen a lot of these honey pack products blow up and they advertise themselves as all natural and, 100% natural remedy to fix your sex life, it's literally just Viagra in a different form.
What do we know what, price-wise,
compared to Viagra?
If you were prescribed Viagra, is this a better alternative? Financially?
Maybe. I don't know. Okay. That's not listed here, obviously, because this isn't an ad, but that's kind of irrelevant because they're not disclosing it.
Right.
Which is a problem because Viagra interacts negatively with other prescription. Right. Specifically, interacts negatively with nitrates found in prescription, such as nitroglycerin, and may lower blood pressure to dangerous levels, which, by the way, if your blood pressure drops low enough, you can just fucking die.
So this lowers your blood pressure?
Yes.
That's actually incredible. I would have assumed it would have raised your blood pressure.
It's the horny honey.
Right, but normally, I think typically as you get hornier, your blood pressure actually increases.
Sure, but this is not a regulated product.
Right.
So there's no telling what's in this that's causing your blood pressure to act a certain way.
Right.
But some of the ingredients in this are non-steroidal anti-inflammatory. NSAIDs, as those are abbreviated, may cause increased risk of cardiovascular events, such as a heart attack or a stroke, as well as serious gastrointestinal damage, including bleeding, ulceration, and fatal perforation of the stomach and intestines.
We should do an episode where we try one of these.
You read the FDA release and you still want to try one?
I would. Sure.
I'm not trying one.
I'll try one. We can go try one and we go to Hooters or something.
If you get to play the ocean card, I get to play the honey pack card.
You can skip the honey pack and I'll skip the ocean. That is a good deal. I will take that deal.
I never said anything about your side of it.
Any day.
Okay. Well, either way, all of these ingredients that give you a boner from these honey packs are undisclosed.
Okay.
Yet they're still being sold without a prescription across the counter. The reason that matters is because Viagra and Cialis and these other, FDA approved that are for erectile dysfunction have many side effects with your blood specifically.
So this has those in it?
Yes.
Those have like really adverse side effects.
You can go to the gas station right now and buy a honey pack 5 feet away from our building right now.
But if you wanted,
and it's literally Viagra in honey.
Right, and if you wanted Viagra, you need a doctor's note for that.
Yes,
which
you can't go get that over the counter.
For a reason, because there's pretty adverse side effects, right? Like
yes, it affects your blood pressure very heavily.
Yeah,
right.
And also, the more you take it, the more reliant you become on it.
Yes. And they have even opened a online voluntary recording form where consumers of these honey pack products can report adverse side effects from these products on this reporting form, which means those companies are in trouble because the FDA don't play.
It's going to be a class action lawsuit if I've ever seen one.
I mean, have you ever taken a honey pack?
No.
I've never taken one either. But, like, if it's just Viagra over the counter, damn.
Yeah.
We should cop it sometime for the research.
Sure.
The next part of this episode that we were supposed to talk about that we just never filled out is question of the week, And, Kyle, I have a surprise, almost like a sneak, like an uppercut question of the week you weren't even ready for.
Oh.
What have you been up to lately? People want to know. We get comments all the time to ask, like, how's Kyle doing? What's Kyle do day to day?
Well,
what is your day to day, Kyle? What are you up to lately? What's got you excited?
Last week, I got drunk a couple times,
and
because of that, I got hungover a couple times. So my sleep schedule last week got pretty scrambled up because I was real hungover, and then I was laying in bed all day watching Hulu. Shout out Hulu. It's been great.
Hulu is fire, bro.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Great
But because of that, I was not really getting great sleep last week. So, so last week that was the thing. I've been gaming. Like I said, I set up my Twitch, so hopefully...
Define gaming. What do you play?
League, Counter-Strike... I'm trying to get back into teamfight tactics. I used to be very good at that. I'm on the fence about trying Hearthstone again.
You played that plenty before, though.
Yeah,
I remember you got way more into that.
The reason I'm hesitant is because that one I feel like can kind of get expensive.
Can I say something that I observe?
Yeah.
You're also very limited in your game selections.
I like the games I'm really good at. Specifically, I'm like teamfight tactics in Hearthstone I'm better at. Counter-Strikes in League I'm not actually good at, but I do enjoy them.
But like
they're good no-life games.
With what I was trying to talk about earlier when we were having that back and forth about you going in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And I was less talking about the ocean and more talking about like
you
being very reserved towards new things. I think that reflects most in your game choice.
What did I tell you this morning? I was down to play a new game literally this morning. Yeah, I even asked about RV there yet.
Okay, but that's like a groundbreaking revolution in the world of Kyle.
Because this week was rough comment-wise. Like, the comments were calling me a bum-ass dude, bro.
Bro, you don't understand.
The
Kyle,
comments
you don't get
were
it.
Like, Kyle's a bum.
The people love you here, dude.
I know.
The people love you here.
Not as much this week. They called me a bum, and so I was a little more
For what, though? I didn't notice
conscious. Specifically about the gaming thing. I think it was the Gobcast clips, actually. They were like, Kyle's a bum, and that was like every comment.
Kyle.
So.
They call me crazy shit every day.
Yeah, it's fine.
That's part of what we signed up for.
Right, I know. I'm not complaining.
You can't take it personal.
I'm not complaining, and I'm not. I'm just saying, like, it was a thing, and, I account for that. Jotted that down. Kyle bum. So try not to be as much of a bum. How clean is my apartment today, bro? My apartment's so clean because I'm trying not to be a bum. So,
dude, if you let YouTube commenters dictate what you do and how you think, you're in for a bad time. You're in for a very bad time.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that right now, you're in for a very bad time.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most valuable things that I ever learned through my time doing this kind of stupid ass shit like we're doing right now is that just do what you want to do and people will come either way. Right. If you try to please everybody and like alter what you're doing or change yourself to like make some random person whose comment you read happy, right, you'll never make everyone happy. You'll never achieve your goal. Just at the end of the day, Kyle, you are who you are.
Right.
The YouTube comment shouldn't be able to impact that.
Yeah.
And if they are able to impact that, then I think you're interpreting them incorrectly. You know?
I have to pee so bad.
Okay. No, go ahead and pee. No, go ahead, take a little pee-pee tinkle. No, ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question, dude. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop. Kyle's gone, but listen up, okay? If there's one thing you want to see us do on Crackheads, what is it? Or talk about, whatever it may be. Let us know in the comment section below. We obviously want to know that stuff. But yeah, that's one thing. You know, it's funny that Kyle brings that up because, like, obviously, as, you know, myself in the position I'm in, I've had to almost, like, coach Kyle a lot through, like, hey, here's how to do a podcast. Because I think when, like, you sit down and you do what we're doing right now, it's pretty overwhelming, right? Like, imagine yesterday you're doing whatever you did for a living, you're doing your job that you've been accustomed to for a while, and then all of a sudden your homie calls you up and you're like, yo, what if you host a podcast called Crackheads and get hammered every Thursday? That's pretty overwhelming. And I think for Kyle, he takes your guys' comments very seriously. What I've learned over the years, and obviously no disrespect to you guys, is like, hey, commenters are going to criticize everything you do no matter what. Doesn't matter what you do. Sure, you maybe will do something that they criticize more than the other thing you do, but, like, they're going to criticize you. And, like, you should just read those as entertainment as opposed to, like, valid criticism that mean you should change something, because that's just a boring way to interpret this shit. Like, when I was an active fiend raging through blow and ketamine and Xans and every other drug under the sun that I enjoyed, I would get a million harsh comments every week like, Goblin, you're a piece of shit, bro. You should get sober. Goblin, you're glorifying drug use and encouraging kids to get high. Or when I made my 7-0 videos, it's like, Goblin, dude, you're just encouraging kids to go buy that shit. And if I listened to those people, I never would have gotten my point across, you know? So I think a very valuable thing is, like, not listening to that type of negative input. You know, at the end of the day, like, in the world, I'm glad you sat down at this time, but, like, people, whether they're your viewer that's leaving a comment or whether they're a person that sees you and never interacts with you directly, will not like you. That's natural. That's very normal, right? Okay. If you spend too much effort trying to correct that, you'll waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
So just embrace it. A lot of people on the internet hate me, bro. Like, a lot. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't get as many comments.
Right.
And even if they personally hate me, that's okay.
That's true.
People are allowed to hate me, you know? That's part of the internet. Everyone can't like you, you know? So just don't take those comments too personally, Kyle. You know? I know you enjoy reading the comments, obviously, and, like, from your perspective, correct me if I'm wrong, but from your perspective, being somewhat newer to this, like, they mean more to you. Like, you take the comments very personally. But at the end of the day, just remember, like, if someone comments and says, I don't like Kyle because of this, or I don't like Kyle doing this, they don't know. You'll never meet them.
Yeah.
That motherfucker is a pixel. Maybe a fat pixel like this, but he's still a pixel. You know? That's all that matters. But listen up. Fuck all that shit.